Welcome once again to yet another beautiful day, beautiful masterclass with me, Kato Mukasa of Think Better, Do Good Better consultancy firm that is all about business, and entrepreneurship. You can always find our work on YouTube and Facebook, the same name, Think Better, Do Good Better. We are a consultants firm here to serve you matters business, only business, and entrepreneurship. That is our niche. Now, in today's masterclass, allow me to let you know that we are going to be handling the mastering of the effective negotiation, the art of effective negotiation. How do we become effective negotiators? I'm just adjusting the lights here briefly. Now, very quickly, what is negotiation? We all negotiate. Very many times we negotiate. Just to think about you at home negotiating with your parents, negotiating with your siblings, negotiating with your children, with your friends. Negotiation is part of life. It's a give and take. Every day at school, we negotiate. But do we know how to negotiate as business gurus, how to negotiate as business owners, how to negotiate as CEOs, NGO leaders, how to negotiate as lawyers? When I was in law school, I didn't say that my profession is law and economics. My first degree is in economics. My other two degrees are in law, a bachelor's degree in law and a master's degree in law, majoring international commercial law. I'm an international commercial lawyer, and of course, an entrepreneur and a teacher of entrepreneurship, having consulted with the government of Uganda for quite a number of years under the Ministry of Gender, specifically the Department of National Youth Council. I was a consultant for the government of Uganda under the Department of the National Youth Council for quite some time. Now, I speak from that angle, that negotiation. All of us negotiate. But the point is, what do we get out of negotiation? When I was in law school, there was one subject which was very interesting. It was called mediation. Now, in mediation, you learn the art of negotiation. When you are going to have a case, these days, commercial cases, before actually are settled in courts of law, they encourage you to settle them outside court. Sometimes we call it in camera. Negotiation is part of life. Now, listen up. In business, I don't negotiate the way I negotiate at home. I'm leading a company, and there is a multi-million deal at stake that I'm going to lose. My client is going to lose. How do I negotiate? Listen up. Now, we're going to talk about negotiation. This is part one. This is part one. This will be a series of masterclasses where we shall even have students, we have clients seated in our masterclasses, and we talk about negotiation. Today's episode is free so that you can be able to understand how we do our business. Now, listen, negotiation. In negotiation, there are two main parties, your side and the other side. Sometimes there may be other arbiters who are looking on. If you are so observant and you love series like I do, watch series, Power, Suits, The Lawsuit, and so many other series, the Chinese series, you'll see how people negotiate. Watch the Nordic series, for example. Watch those series and then see how master gurus negotiate. Now, negotiation is an art that you sit on what they call a round table, whether it is a square one like this one, and you talk your issues so that you get what you want. Now, if you're going to negotiate, one thing is you must respect your opponent. Start by respecting the other party. Respect is a big thing. But my dear, never underestimate the other party. That's number one. Never underestimate the other party. Respect. Call them all the titles they are in the world. Sir, Mr., Madam, Mrs. Respect the other party. When a party feels respected, they are more willing to open up to a fair negotiation. Number two, never offer the first bargain. If you are going to negotiate and you have put your terms on table, don't be the one to first of all talk about monies and how much it should be worth. If, for example, you are the one buying, let them state their offer and then you counter offer. That is the smart negotiator. You know, there are guys who have been written books about negotiations, the Kissingers, the Kiyosaki's, the Robert Greene, the Machiavelli, Aristotle, Socrates. These were master negotiators. You know, in their writings, you can see they are negotiating. They are training people how to negotiate. Now, the third one is think outside the box. If you're going to negotiate, think outside the box. These days, I also say think within the box. What do we see here on the table, but also what can we see beyond it? Provide solutions that will help you and the other party. Don't be so rigid. Negotiation requires flexibility. Don't be so rigid. You don't want to move. You have to adjust sometimes. Be prepared to walk away. Be prepared to walk away if a negotiation fails. The issue is I'm raising here as part of another point is never be in a hurry to negotiate. Take your time. Be patient. Never be in a hurry to negotiate. If you watch master negotiators, millions of money involved at stake, these guys take their time. When you look at Museveni, the way he negotiates, he's another cunning guy. Negotiating with the opposition in Uganda to keep them at bay for 40 years. You must be very intelligent. I always say, never underestimate Museveni, the president of Uganda. He's a master thinker. He's a negotiator. He negotiates with the West and he confuses them. He negotiates with the opposition in Uganda and he confuses them. He's a master negotiator. You can learn a lot of stuff from that guy if you want to be a master negotiator. Someone who comes on table and gets what they want. That is a master negotiator. Never be in a hurry. Be prepared to walk away. But before you walk away, before you go into any negotiation, understand the opponent. Research about them before you start negotiating. I'm going to negotiate with Sidira about a deal in Muyenga. We want to open up a case. I have to go in the archives and watch how this man talks when he's annoyed, when he's happy, his facial expressions, his gait, the way he walks, the way he smiles, the way he writes. Research your opponent, negotiator, before you meet him, before you meet her. Understand their weaknesses, understand their strengths. Before you meet them, understand them. A negotiator must understand the opponent before they go into negotiation. You must understand. When you look at the war series, I'm good at the war series. Sun Tzu, what does Sun Tzu, General Sun Tzu tells us? Never underestimate your opponent. Understand them beforehand so that you can be able to make them lose their way. That is Sun Tzu. Now, if Sun Tzu tells you this Chinese general who lived thousands of years ago, leading armies into battles and winning, he knows the art of effective negotiation. Now, how do you master it? Be honest. Be transparent where it needs to be. You don't need to be honest every time in negotiation. Look at Escobar in his negotiations. If you have been watching his movies of drugs, you need to be honest. where it is needed, but also very cunning where you must. A negotiator balances the equations. Is smart but frugal at negotiation. Is cunning but honest. Is hot and cold where it needs to be. You calculate every step forward. Research the opponent. Research the company. Research their ideas, their missions, their weaknesses. Know that you are entering with an upper hand, even when you may be at your weakest. Be willing to take risks. A risk taker. The other issue is risk taking. But which type of risks do you take? For a company collapsing and they are selling their assets, you take well measured, calculated risks. Most importantly, as a quality, be an effective listener. When you enter a negotiation room, talk less, listen more. I repeat it for you. Talk as few words as you can in the first 30 minutes and listen to them. They are going to make contradictions. They are going to make so many mistakes. Listen up in their introduction. Take notes. Go with your notebook. An effective negotiator is a good listener. I will talk less. I will keep quiet much of the time. The other issue we have to look at, the facial expression. When someone is talking to you and is sweating, he's telling a lie. He's blinking so much. Look at the eye expression. Look them in the eye. Shake their hands. Firmly and feel the heartbeat. Then you'll see someone who's weak at negotiating. Then you know I have you by the balls. Always look them in the eye. The art of effective negotiation takes a mastery of someone who understands the psyche, the ability to read minds, the mind game. Pay attention even to the smallest of details. Pay attention. Pay attention to the smallest of details. And working with the confidence of a world-class negotiator. Enter like I've entered here with my shirt folded, white and clean, and looking everyone in the face, shaking their hands, seeing who is timid, who is sweating. You talk, you earn respect. You talk less, they take more. They make the first move. Like chess, you make the second move. You withdraw, you walk away. You give it time. You sleep over issues. You come back the next day, much more cooler, more demands, more stable. You walk away still. Never rush a negotiation that involves too much at stake. Be willing to walk away. Be willing to give it time. Now, always also be able to make what we call concessions. Reach agreements where you must reach them. Make sure that you win-win. Always remember that the other side also wants to win. Have that in mind, the win-win mentality. That is very important for a negotiator. Always be willing to give in something so that they can also give in. You move a step, they move a step. You cannot be so rigid and flexible and fixed in your position. You must be able to move forward as they move forward. You retreat, they are retreating. It's a game of chess, negotiation. You know, when you are going to make an offer first, if they are saying make your offer first, make it 3 times your intended offer. Because the art is that they are more likely to reduce it so that they can meet your level. Make it more harsher, more exaggerated if they say make your first offer. Why? They are going to negotiate. That's why they are here. They will not take it at face value. But what value do you want the minimum? Make it 3 times your bare minimum. Negotiation is an art of the thinkers, not the dull minds. Otherwise, your company is going to lose the best deal. You know, negotiate with a smile, with a firm hand, with a sharp eye, looking them in the face. Don't sweat. Tell a good story. Tell them a good story about the company, about yourself, about how good you are. Tell a good story that is relevant. Tactfully raise your value. And finally, the one I started with, express your gratitude. Always thank them for their time, for their patience. Show respect to our YouTube channel. Think better, do good better, so that you can be able to get this and more other episodes. Please go back. If you have watched this, go back under the live section of this YouTube channel. You are going to find out so many other very important but free masterclasses. Go under this YouTube channel, visit a section called Live. When you visit videos, you may see a few videos there, but go to Live. You are going to see so many videos under the section Live. On this very link, Think Better, Do Good Better. You are going to be watching many episodes on so many important business issues you have missed. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you, Dennis, for being there for the team. And thank you, everyone at the consultants firm. See you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Stay better, do good better. See you in the next one.